You already know. Hey, I called right at the end, bro. Told me we won. Yo, Antonio got a motherfucking tap in because Harry Kane's a pussy. Yo, ha ha. Fuck them spuds. Take some of that, you dig? Yo, I try to call you during the game. I try to have bro do a little triple. But it ain't work because this dummy got the fucking Bufale phone plan and he can't make international calls. But he gonna sort that out. Once he sort that out, I'm gonna plug in with you, B. Yo, big up everybody, man. So happy, right? Yo, when I get back to my cell, I'm gonna make a fucking big ass brick. Jack Mac with the pickles, with the fucking chips, with the everything, you heard?
Giving them that. Now look, set piece, blood. Always gets fucking set pieces. They always score from set pieces. I knew it! And of course, fam! I fucking...
So DJ Khaled, how would you describe Charlie Walsh?
Legend, legend.
Yo. Where's hold on?
How you doing?
We gotta put the man on fucking
Yeah, you already know who it is. You already know.
We know who it is. It's Charlie boy. We know who it is, dog. We know who it is.
We know.
Man like Budgie up in the building. What are you saying, my G?
Hey, yeah, just got out the shower,
Nice,
feeling a
fresh,
bit
so
fresher
clean.
now. Yeah, man. So yeah, just thought I'd pass by and shoot the breeze with you a little.
Well, it's a breeze of breezes. It's a breeze of breezes and cheese of cheeses. We get this new boy, 27%. That's what I call this video. 27%. Now everybody's tripping, saying, "Oh, they're gonna change the badge. They're gonna change the name. They're gonna change the colors." Like, why can't they just say we got money injected into us? Smile. You know what I mean?
Well, that's how I see it as well.
Me
Actually,
too. Me
I
too, lad.
don't see any negatives in this in one way, shape, or another.
Nope.
Um,
Nope.
the man hasn't expressed a desire to change anything within the club. What he's expressed a desire to do is to help this club to push on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
He hasn't asked to change the kit colour. He hasn't asked to change the badge. He hasn't asked to change the venue we play at. He hasn't asked to change a damn thing, except for our win ratio and the amount of trophies that we've had. That's the only thing he wants to change.
Thank you. And what like he has a track record. It's not like this man's like green behind the ears. He has a track record at what did it Sparta Prague? Did he muck up anything there? No. Did he do like a tan like how Tan did Cardiff? No. Change the colors and thing. Not one iota, man. But you got some supporters. All they see is the negatives. That's all they see is the negatives.
Oh, and one other thing that you need to remember in that last statement you made about whether he changed anything at Sparta Prague and stuff. Right, he is a 40% shareholder in Sparta Prague. Okay, which means he's got more sway at Sparta Prague than he ever will have at West Ham United unless he buys a bigger share.
And I think he will down the road.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he'll probably become the majority shareholder. But if he does, he knows that he's going to have to sell Sparta Prague. Now, the thing is, he is also a businessman. He loves football. He said in a statement that Anton read out earlier on West Ham Network. Big up Anton. He read out a statement, and part of that statement centered around the fact that he is a football lover and he is,
Yes.
you know, a recent supporter of West Ham United, relatively, because
Yep.
you know you got to remember he's watched some of his star players end up here. You
His
know,
countrymen are there. His countrymen are there. Suchek, Kufal, Crawl. Come on.
yeah, you know, so you know he's seen the migration of
Yep.
some of the better players in that league coming to the UK, and he thinks that, well, if they're going there and they're getting the money that they're getting and so on and so forth,
I
then
want a bit of that pie.
if I was to buy into that, then my piece of that pie is going to be slightly bigger, slightly warmer, and slightly sweeter tasting.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So he's gonna invest 27%, which now means that he falls underneath the threshold
Yep.
for the FA and the Premier League to stop us at West Ham United from playing in the same competitions as
Yep.
Sparta Prague. Even though he's a 40% shareholder, he's neither in either club. He's neither a majority
Yeah,
shareholder,
yeah.
nor is he on the board of directors. He's
Mhm.
on the board of ownership, but he's not on the board of directors as such.
Mhm.
He has no influence in the day-to-day running of Sparta Prague, and it will be no different at West Ham. In fact, it will be even less so at West Ham because he has a smaller share of the company. He's got only just over a quarter of the company, only just by 2%.
Mhm.
Now that means that his money, his investment, which is reported to be around 150 million euros, or pounds. I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
I think it was euros.
Either or. Yep.
Yeah. But you know, the investment was around 150 million, and you know they're already talking about some of our outstanding debts being settled, and
Yep.
a sizable amount going into the transfer fund. Now,
Yep.
a sizable amount that could be 50 million, but it could be 120 million. You know, we
Yep.
don't know what debts he's willing to pay off, and we don't know how much investment he wants to put into the squad. I would hope, as a West Ham supporter, I would hope that he would invest in the squad first, you know. And if he is going, you know, if he is going to buy into the company or into the club any more than he has in future, then his investment then can go on more of the debts that we have. At the moment, we're managing our debts just on a shoestring, you know. Whereas, you know, with this investment of his, you know, even if 50 million of it was to go into the debt structure, that debt's paid off for a good little while. You know, that's the payments to our debts paid off for a little while, so that we can concentrate on the stuff that's happening on the field, which incidentally, football is what this is all about. And you know, I really have to say that we are massive right now.
We are fucking massive. We are fucking massive. We got money. We got like, you know, when you go to the hospital and they hook you up to the IV and it pumps the good things in you to get you better. We just got money injected into that IV in our veins. I don't know why everybody's tripping. I don't know why everybody's tripping. Oh, they're gonna change the reds. They're gonna change the colors. Stupid.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you can kind of understand some of the questions that are being asked.
I can't.
No,
everybody should be in jubilation right now.
Yeah.
Happy as it's Christmas Day times 10.
Bear with me for a minute.
Go on, my son.
Right, Newcastle have just had a major overhaul, and there has been quite a lot of media interest in the background of these people. You know, they may very well have past the financial regulations and so on and so forth. But it's the morality of the people that are behind that bid, which is in question. Now, there's going to be questions about the morality of this guy. What's his name? Kaminsky.
I can't pronounce it, but it's like Kaczynski or some shit like that.
Yeah. The morality of this guy is already in the public domain because he already owns a European so-called big club, because Sparta Prague are one of the biggest clubs from the Czech Republic, maybe if not the biggest.
No, they're not minnows.
No.
They're not white,
and they do really well. They do really well in European competition. I don't know what their highest finishing position has ever been, but I would imagine that they 9 times out of 10 that they would qualify from the group stage because they're good enough to do that. Yeah, that's my opinion.
And you got people from Leeds, right? The disabled team, Mr. Stewart, in the place to be. You got him saying, like, I'm happy for you West Ham fans. That's a true supporter of football, dog. That's a true supporter of football. I'm happy for you West Ham fans, and always have been. Good luck to you. After all, the hurt you as a fan base have suffered, you deserved it. Big up Stewart, big up Lee, big up the disabled team, because it's so true. When you got another supporter from another club saying that's just nothing but love. Nothing but love.
That is true, and I'd like to add to that by saying that the disabled team, Stuart and Lee, is it? Yeah, they have been loyal viewers of this channel and other West Ham channels.
Yes.
Ever since I've been watching them, I've always known them to be, participants in the chat and everything else. Big up to them for that, because as you 100%. Say, they are Leeds United supporters, but as football fans, they appreciate the good work that's going on at West Ham right now. Thank you very much for that acknowledgement. Hello, Neil. How you doing?
Oh, look at Gazza. Gazza's taking the day. I got a peanut allergy, and homeboy always asked me if I had my peanuts and this and that and the rest. I love Gazza to bits and pieces and bits and bobs, but look at him. Yeah, but Peach, you want Newcastle relegated? You know what? On merit, I do. And it's nothing against the supporters, because I think they have brilliant supporters. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that they have the richest owners in the world come in, and they bought a bottom of the table club. That's why. It's nothing to do with the supporters, the team.
Yeah.
I understand, because I think he's a yob, but that's it.
Yeah, I understand your point of view on that, but for me,
right?
Because I have actually got links up there. I've got 2 stepdaughters that live up there. So for me, the fact that they are now the richest club in the world or in Europe or whatever the case may be, and that they've promised development of the area around the stadium and etc. That benefits my kids. My kids don't live too far away from the stadium.
I feel bad.
No, please don't feel bad, because everybody's entitled to their opinion. No. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter what league they're in. The investment is still. The investment promise is still there. So their ultimate aim, of course, is to challenge for the Premiership title. Of course, it is. That's every team's aim. Newcastle, the new owners and that have come in with a vision of doing that. They're not stupid. They know it ain't going to happen before we get past 2024-25. That's the season that I think that they're probably targeting, challenging for top honours, because they know that it takes a little time to build a team and a squad, and they're seeing it like we're doing it. They're seeing it like Leicester have done it. They're seeing it like You know, clubs like Wolves have done it. You know,
Even Man City were nothing special before them Saudis took over, dog.
No, but like more or less overnight, they bought a squad that was capable of winning titles. Yeah. But you know, Newcastle are going to have to do that on a go slow because of the financial fair play rules that come into place now.
Yeah, you know, yeah, 100.
I mean, they're only allowed to spend. I think I'm not exactly sure of the percentage, but there's a certain percentage that they're allowed to spend over and above anybody else in their league. So for example, if Man City were to say spend 100 million, if the percentage was 10%, then Newcastle would only be allowed to spend 110 million overall. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not sure what the percentage is, but that's what the financial fair play, that comes into that. You know, and there's also a cap on maximum spending in a window as well, and I don't know what that is. But you know, the thing is, getting back to the guy that's investing with West Ham right now, the guy that we've we should be welcoming him with open arms. You know, the man's a checkbook for us. Yeah, you know, it doesn't really matter who else he financially supports or whatever. The fact that he's willing to put 150 million or reported to be 150 million into our coffers, we should be rejoicing in that. You know, I don't think we should be having too much trepidation because his morality is already out there. We know that his morality is good. You know, the only thing that people may have any reservations about, in my opinion, or that they should have any reservations about, is the fact that he is a shareholder and you know, in another club in Europe. But the fact is, the Premiership is a much more attractive proposition than the Czech League. So his money is going to double every minute of the day in the Premiership. You know, it may take weeks for him to double it in the Czech Republic. You know, he knows that, you know, his money is going to be better invested in the UK than it is in Czech.
Yeah.
So, you know, we should be rejoicing in the fact that, you know, this is money that we haven't got to put up. This is, you know, this isn't going to put extra prices on season tickets, or, you know, it's not going to put, you know, an extra few quid on a game ticket and things like that. What this is going to do is this is going to enable us as supporters, and for those of us that are fortunate enough to go to the stadium, and I only get the rare occasion that I can go, but for those of us that do go, it gives us a chance to see, you know, more exotic football, if you want to put it that way, you know, because of the kinds of players that we can attract now. You know, look, I want to go back to Dimitri Payet a little bit, right, just for a moment. We attracted him because we were doing quite well in the league, and he wanted to come to the Premiership, and he wanted to help a relatively mid-table team. This is kind of what his idea was, that he would come in, get his name out there, get seen, and then get taken on by the best clubs in the country or in the world or wherever. Like a lot of other players, he used us as a shop window. But now that we are doing what we're doing, and this is our second season, so of being a top 4 contender, this is our second season. Okay, we're early in the season, but we're showing a terrific amount of resilience and drive and ambition. So there's no reason why this shouldn't continue. So now that is beginning to show the signs of consistency in league position. You know, once we can establish once we establish a bit more consistency, like for example, we finished maybe top 4-5 this year, which is slightly better than last year because we finished sixth,
Yep.
didn't we?
Yeah.
And then once we do, if we can do that, then you're going to get more players that are, you know, what we would consider luxury players, if you like.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
they're
cream of the
more,
crop type thing.
more of them would be interested or willing to listen to what West Ham have to offer. You know, so you know, listen. Harry Kane did not stay at Tottenham because he was a Tottenham boy. He stayed at Tottenham because they were challenging for top 4 positions.
Yeah.
Now that they're not, he's
He wants
spitting
to
his
fly.
dummy out.
Yeah.
He's spitting his dummy out, and he wants to be somewhere else. You know, once a team dips below, you know, the expectation of that player, that's when that player wants to take flight. And
Yep.
I think that because of the transition of the move to the London Stadium, that unsettled Payet, and that was why he spat his dummy out and did what he did.
I think it was all his misses, to tell you the truth, man. I think she missed the south of France, man. Honestly, I think she missed the south of France. Straight
Yeah.
up, her family was there, the weather was there. She didn't. I don't think she liked it in East London. Like she wanted to go back to the à la française, vive la française. And I think that was the.
Yeah.
I think that was the like main reason, but I agree with you. I think the London Stadium did unsettle him, but I think the London
Yeah.
Stadium unsettled like the whole squad. To tell you the truth, man.
Yeah.
Bigger pitch.
Kieran's in the house, by the way.
Atmosphere. Come again, my friend.
Kieran's in the house. Look.
Oh, I know. Kieran, he's still waking up. He'll be on in 2 seconds. He just has to wake up, splash some kangaroo ointment on his face, and he will be here. Good day, mate.
Yeah, and then he'll hop to it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Hop along, Kieran. Hop along.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Kieran, hop along. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Budgie, I'm excited about this takeover, man. Like, well, it's not a takeover. It's 27%, but
Yeah.
you seem
No,
like
what it is
Yo.
it's a partnership. It's
yeah,
a
but you
partnership.
seem like golds like whatchamacallit, thing in the prices, whatever, that's gone down. Sullivan's, that's gone down. So it's like I think Sullivan's went from like 50 to like 30 something, 38 something. Gold's has gone down. Slowly but surely, this man's gonna come
Yeah.
through and take over. And you know
Well,
what? I haven't seen nothing but lovely things from these Czech Republic people. And I'm talking
Yeah.
about Sutek, I'm talking about Kufal, I'm talking about Kraw. I ain't seen nothing but happiness and goodness and excellent things, man. So it's
do you
like,
know
yo,
Do you know
bring it.
something though? The rumour mill, I suppose you would
Yeah.
call it. You know, like they're kind of saying that it's going to be more likely to be David Gold that goes first, and that
I
David
knew that.
Sullivan
I
may
see that.
hold on to his.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see that.
I mean, yeah, I think that is probably the most likely scenario as well. You know, but
How can we
but
get Brady out faster than everybody else? I want her on the curve, dog. I want her on the side curve, dog. I want her like back in Apprentice days, dog. I don't want her. I want her with sugar. I don't want her like near West Ham, straight up.
well, the only sure way
She
of
rubs me the wrong way. Her daughter could rub me the right way any day of the week, but she rubs me the wrong way. She rubs me the wrong way, man. Like,
hang on a
yo.
minute. I just need to turn the tone back up a tiny little bit here. My goodness, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the only surefire way of Karen Brady letting go of her percentages stake in West Ham is for a more attractive, and excuse me for saying this, because for us there is no more attractive club, but like if somebody like, say for example, Barcelona approached her and said, listen, sell your stake in West Ham, come to us, put your stake that you have in West Ham into us, and we'll give you X amount of percentage of the company. I think maybe that would probably be the only way that Karen Brady might be tempted to go willingly.
Let's get a hold of Barcelona then. Budgie, let's call Barcelona tonight, because I want her. She's like, she's a bad seed. She's a bad seed, and it's like she'll put her 2 cents in here, put her 2 cents in there. Yeah, that might have worked on The Apprentice, but you're dealing with real lives. West Ham isn't just a football club. West Ham is a religion. Like you can't, you can't fuck around with them things, dog. Like go on The Apprentice and like buy some stupid things and sell them and hardy, laugh, money to the bank. But don't treat West Ham like money to the bank. This is a religion. This is our life. Like
Peach. Yeah. Look, Luke Legend is saying that. Luke Legend is saying that Brady's an employee and that they can sack her.
Well, then sack her. Get her gone. Last day's over. Pack up your box and leave.
Do you know what? I actually think that if that is the case, and if David Gold was to sell his shares, then perhaps David Sullivan and Jack Sullivan might out Brady. Because she's there because of Gold, not because of Brady. Not because of Sullivan.
I know. Yep. Yeah, no, I know.
Evening, Pete.
Budgie, do in the comments for 2 seconds. I just got to go in the store for 2 seconds, man. I'll be right back. Though,
okay. Yeah? You're gonna leave them scrolling. Oh, you've gone. I can't hear it. All right. Okay. Right. Well. Okay. So Brady's an employee. They can sack it. We've already covered that one. I'm back. Good. Oh dear. Right. So my apologies for that. That was pressing the wrong poxy button. Right. Well, what's going on here then? Let's have a little looky in the chat. See what's happening. Hello, Roy. How are you, mate? You doing good? So obviously, we want to know what you guys think of this 27% investment. And they're saying that, because of the amount of money that's involved, that now values West Ham United at £500 million, something like that. So let us know what your thoughts are. Oh dear. Brady's daughter is a nice looking lady, apparently, the disabled team says. Right, okay. Hi, Hammer's dad. How are you? Neil. Good evening. I think I still had you already, mate. So, all right, give him some Moyes and see what you can get out of him. No brainer for me. Give who some Moyes? Sorry, I'm not with that. Kieran, are you coming on the show or what, mate? Come on. My colonial brother. Get yourself on here. Hello, Gaza. It's been a while since Phil Jones played. We need a player who can come in and hit the ground running. Yeah, but Phil Jones ain't the one. For me, not for me anyway. I don't think he's the player for West Ham. More holes than Swiss cheese. Like the financial fair play has more holes than Swiss cheese. That's probably true, Luke. But at the end of the day, they can't be seen to be breaking any of them rules, you know. And if you go spending $500 million, that's breaking the rules, mate. Unfortunately, Simon Jordan can't speak about anyone. His job is to get people phoning into a radio station. Just shows you how he has fallen at Gaza. So yeah, I suppose that's true. Simon Jordan is an ex-owner now, so you know he can only speak from past experiences, and stuff's changed since he owned Crystal Palace. So you know a lot of his work is either guesswork or you know talking to people in the know, as it were. Who else have we got? I think that might be all the ones that it's going to show. So let me have a look in here. No, that's all. That's the last of them. My new headphones, yeah. It's well, you know, got to treat yourself sometimes, Kieran, haven't you? Sometimes it looks a bit ugly when you got massive cans on your head and a bald head. So yeah. So are you ready for tonight when we're going to do our little recording session? You and me, you know, we're going to be doing a rap. No, we're not. The only rap I can do is Christmas rapping. So anyway, oh look, we've got another chat. Where are we? They must be skint to sell off before the tax break. Yeah, that's probably true, actually, Amistad. The thing is, you know, there's been certain rumours going around about gold, in particular, that he is struggling for a bit of cash. He wants to expand something or other. Not sure what it is, probably his own personal account. But yeah, so that's probably one of the reasons why he's put some money up at what he's put some shares in. Gaza, Simon Jordan didn't know we were massive. Well, actually, funny you should say that. I don't think anybody at the BBC knows that we're massive either. They just know that we're good and that we're performing out of our skins at the moment. So Luke saying Phil Jones isn't that bad an option in his opinion. Get him on the cheap for 6 months, nothing to lose. The stability of the back four is really good at the moment. Okay, we've just lost Ogbonna. Do you think that Phil Jones would add to the stability of that, Luke? I mean, he isn't a bad shout, I've got to be honest, but I'd probably like to see somebody a little bit younger coming in myself. Kieran, how are you, my brother from another mother?
Bro, what's happening?
All right, mate.
What are you fucking doing to me at this time of morning?
Oh, well, don't swear at me, mate. You know, I'm a vicar's son, and I'm not used to this kind of language.
Yeah, same here. It's outrageous.
Yeah, that's it. I know, yeah, and he was a Tottenham fan. No, not really. That's not true. So, well, what time is it? And I can see it's fucking sunny, so you ain't got to tell me that.
Yeah, it's 6 a.m., isn't it?
Is it?
Just got. Yeah.
Oh my god. So what? You wake up.
I just can't wake up.
Get in the shower, have a cup of coffee, stick your hat and shades on, and oh look, there's the coffee, and then you come out here at 6 a.m. in the morning, and say hello to everybody in the chat. Get on here,
yeah.
And now you're going to piss me off about the weather. Oh, I suppose it's probably already about 24 degrees already, isn't it? Something like that, isn't it?
It's about 20, yeah. It's yeah, apparently we've got rain, a lot of rain coming. So the sun's out for the moment, as usual.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
So you got a bit of sun, got a bit of rain coming. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Best get your plants out there, mate. Get them watered. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You need a bit of water here, mate. Otherwise, everything dries up.
Yeah. So you're Brisbane area, aren't you?
What's that?
You're in Brisbane area, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you suffer with the problems that I've heard about in Australia with spiders and that, the fucking poisonous ones that come in your house and kill your family and that?
No, yeah, you do. Yeah, you get big huntsmen coming here, you know, big as your hand sometimes, now and again. But most of the venomous ones are usually smaller, like the redbacks and that. And they like to hide out in your garage and stuff like that, in dark corners and away from everyone. So yeah, they're not as big as the problem as people say. Now spiders leave you alone, you leave them alone. Simple as that. You know?
Yeah. Oh, I'd have to have a 50 cal, mate, if I saw one of them huntsmen. I'd have to have a 50. Hey,
I was around my mate's house the other day, and he had an 8-foot python come onto his balcony.
Oh, nice.
It was about that thick. It was about 8 foot long. Absolute beauty.
My daughter turned up at me. No, but my daughter turned up at my door the other night with a bloody 4-foot python round her neck. Like hand one. And I opened the door and I see this fucking snake, and its head come up and started looking at me. I went, "You ain't coming in. You ain't coming in." And she goes, "Yes, I am." I said, "No, you can come in. Leave that fucking thing outside. I ain't having that in here." But then I used to have a couple of snakes a few years ago, but they weren't pythons. I had a couple of Taiwan rat snakes. They were beautiful.
Yeah, I like snakes.
Yeah, gold and like olive green and like different shades of yellowy and green and browns on it. It was beautiful colouring. I had 2 of them. But yeah, one of them bit me once, so I sold them. So yeah.
Yeah, well, when I was working out west there, out in the bush, that's when there's a lot, you know, there's a lot of snakes, and we used to work with the power line towers and stack all the steel on the pads for the people that put it all together. They love that. In the winter, the snakes get under the steel. See, the heat of the sun warms the steel up, so they like getting under the steel and resting there. So every time you go there, you've got to lift. You've got to get a little crane and lift up that thing to see how many you've got under there. Because the eastern brown snake, that where we had a paramedic with us at all times, and a helicopter on standby. Because if one of them gets you, you've got, you know, maybe 3-4 hours. You have to get some anti-venom into you, you know. So you've got to be flown out real quick, get some anti-venom into you. As long as you know what snake bit you. You have to know what snake bit you, because they've all got different anti-venom tools. Yeah.
Mate. So what you got to do, once a snake bites you, got to say, "What's your name, mate?"
Yeah, take a photo of him, right? Pose with him.
Okay. That's the first thing that comes into your mind when a fucking snake's biting you, isn't it? Yeah. Get your phone out. Yeah, of course.
Send a photo to the hospital and they'll get the venom ready, mate.
Disabled team are asking, do I think that West Ham will be able to fend off Real Madrid and keep Rice in the summer? That really, really, really depends on our league position and the competitions that we're going to enter next season. If we're going to enter the Champions League by either our league position or by winning the Europa or something, Declan Rice isn't going to go anywhere. Too many people are worried that Declan Rice is going to go somewhere. All the time we're challenging for the competitions that we're in, and we're producing the goods that we are. Declan Rice don't want to go anywhere. If he wants to do anything, he wants to make West Ham the #1 club in the world or in Europe or wherever. That's what Declan Rice's ambition is, in my opinion. He wants to win trophies, but he wants to do it here. Kieran, were you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's covered that then. Thanks for the chat.
I can't answer questions at 6 in the morning, mate. Fuck you know.
Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, it's actually just after 8 o'clock for me in the evening. So,
yeah, right.
You know. I've been.
No, we're keeping him. That's it. We're having him.
It looks that way. It does look that way. And
if we sell him, we'll just deal with it. We'll buy someone to cover him. He won't be as good.
Well, we've already got Crowell in the fold on a loan deal, which we can activate and take up the option. But I think if he plays a certain amount of games, that option becomes a requirement.
Yeah,
I think
something like that, isn't it? That's what I heard.
Yeah, an obligation to buy rather than an option. Yeah.
If the worst happens, hopefully he could be a replacement. He's never gonna live up to what Rice can do, but
no, of course not. I mean, the thing is,
scared of selling players.
We've been in this position once before, right? We had a player, little known player, not many people will have heard of him. His name was Bobby Moore, and he happened to be quite a decent footballer. He wore claret and blue. He played for us. He happened to actually appear in the World Cup final in 1966 as well. But joking aside, when Bobby Moore went on to Fulham, I remember a lot of chat from some of the older guys around me saying, "Oh, mate, Bobby Moore's going to Fulham. What are we going to do? We ain't got no one to cover him and this and that." And for a few years, that was actually pretty true. We didn't have anybody anywhere near his quality. And, well, in fact, we didn't until Declan Rice became what he is, in my opinion. But, but we had certain players that fulfilled the role. And they were good enough, and, like, you got to remember that Bobby Moore's position was more or less forgotten about once we started getting players like, I'm not talking about Bobby Moore the player, because he'll never be forgotten. I'm talking about the position that he played, the role that he played in the game was kind of forgotten about when we started getting players like, sort of Julian Dix and, Piercy.
We were lucky to we had Billy Bonds, didn't we?
Yeah, of course we had Bonds and all those guys in between. Like that position that Bobby Moore played, or that role that he had in the game, was kind of disjointed and sort of shared out between other players on the pitch.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Declan Rice came along, and he's kind of amalgamated all of those little roles back into one job. And, and we're all ranting about it, rightly so, because we are seeing kind of, and I know this is a massive statement, and I'm going to stand by it. I think we're seeing the birth of a new Declan Rice.
Bobby Moore.
Sorry, a new Bobby Moore. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. With Declan Rice. I'm going to have a quick look in the. Yeah. I'm having a look in the chat, see what we're missing out on. Right, so Luke's got one on the screen. Says, "Leave your house in Oz and everything wants to kill you." Not for me.
Pretty much, yeah.
That includes all the natives as well.
I could tell you this. I could tell you a story, Gozer. Many years ago, I went canoeing up North Queensland there, and we went to this beach, and then it's a tributary that runs down to the sea. We jumped in there with a canoe. What we didn't see was the signs to say, beware of crocodiles.
Oh shit! And I bet they were salties, weren't they?
There were salties too, mate. Really aggressive.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
What did we do when we were coming back out? The tide had come in, so we tried to go around the beach, hit a wave, and it overturned us, and we could not get the canoe back up. So we were floating in the water, right? We're floating in. I'm fucking shitting myself. The bloke I was with, nearly having a panic attack. He went white. I had to calm him down. and we had to push our canoe and paddle all the way to the beach. Took us about 20 minutes. And my God, it was the scariest 20 minutes of my fucking life. But yeah, that guy nearly fucking had a heart attack. He was so scared.
I want to go back to a comment that was put up. It was from Luke Legend. It says, Australia, and this is actually all facts. You know what I mean? This is all facts.
What?
Australia has sharks, crocodiles, spiders and snakes, and they even have packs of wild dogs. We've got squirrels, and I'm happy with that. That's quality, Luke. That's quality, mate. I've got to be honest. I'm in agreement with you. There it is. Look, there it is on the screen. Oh, great!
Yeah, basically everything here wants to bite you or attack you. Even the fucking magpies. Yeah. The magpies in mating season attack you, right? Dive bomb you. If you go anywhere near their neck, you know they want to take your eye out. It's funny to watch when you see them attacking the postman and that. It's like, it's really fun. Everything is want to attack you.
Oh, mate, we got squirrels and rabbits.
Yeah.
And the occasional hedgehog, right? So we're pretty safe here. Mind you, though, the reason we're pretty safe is because we hunted and bloody, sport killed everything that was dangerous out of existence. You know?
We've got more camels here than Saudi Arabia.
Have you?
Yeah. Most of them running wild out in the bush there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Blimey. There's a few camels in Crawley and all. No, there's a few camels in Crawley and all. Well, loads of people running around with the hump anyway, you know what I mean? They're all,
yeah, I'd have to fucking hump to live there.
I know, yeah, me too. I mean, I do live here. And I have got the hump. But, yeah, no, I'm going to move to much sunnier climes. I'm thinking about going to Iceland.
G'day, Helen.
Hi, Helen. How are you? All right. Yep, good. Lovely.
Oh, fucking hell.
So, what you got planned for today then, Kieran? Anything exciting?
No, not really. Not yet. I've got to see you later, and I have a chat.
Yeah. It's about 10 your time, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what you wanted, wasn't it? 10 o'clock.
Well,
so,
yeah. Hang on 1 minute. 10 o'clock your time is midnight my time, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
All right. So, in a minute, when Peach comes back, I'll leave you two to have a little chat. He's had to go and get some shopping, I think.
What, he just left you there, did he? Oh,
yeah, he left me here and then you came on. So, did he?
Well, I only came on because I saw, there he is. I saw you there on your own. I thought I better fucking jump in.
Yeah, what? I don't even know. Hello, mate.
BG.
Peach, you all right, mate?
You're muted.
He's giving us the silent treatment, and he look, treat them mean, keep them keen. That's what he's doing.
Peach, you're rabbiting away there, mate, and no one can hear a word. Well, we can't anyway. Can you, Clive?
No, not a fucking word. Sorry, didn't mean to swear. Children, go back to bed. Yeah, so we might as well just continue with our conversation.
No, I was on mute.
Yeah,
we were trying to tell you.
I'm a dang that. Look at what Happy said. You should move down to my lovely area, Budgie. Ooh.
Don't be like that.
She's firing shot stock. She's firing. She wants some bald-headed Budgie.
Don't be like that. That's rude. Don't be like that.
I ain't being like that. She's being like that, dog.
She's a nice girl, and I'll tell you why she's saying that as well. I reckon because I am an accident waiting for somewhere to happen, right? I've got a bandage on my hand because I put a chisel through my arm. Right.
Yeah.
I went to a football game with her and ended up twisting my ankle, which is still swollen and hurts now.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just an accident, and I think what it is because she's so worried about me. She knows that if I'm that up in her area, at least she could come and give me some hot soup and wrap my ankle up for me, and that's all it is, mate. There's nothing more in it than that. Don't you worry.
I love that. I love that. I love that, man. What's the disabled team saying? Good thing. Oh, Lutters is in the building. Lutters! Have you heard about Rice withdrawing from the England squad? No. Have you guys? I haven't heard that.
Yeah. Okay, so he's withdrawn from the England squad because he's ill. He's got an illness. It's not an injury, which to me is great. It's great because let's hope it's just a little bit of flu or something. Even if it's COVID, he'll get over it in 10 days, 14 days. So by that time, they'll be coming back from international duty and he'll be completely rested. All right, he'll have had, he'll have to have another week or two before he's fully fit to come match fit again. But that's no bad thing for him because he's been at it for the last 12 months near enough on and off.
All season, mate.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even from the end of last season to the beginning of this season, he was at it. He went to the European Championship. And then when he came back from that, he was back in hard training, pre-season, friendlies, all of that, and he's been at it constantly for 12 months or more, So, it wouldn't be such a bad thing for him not to be playing at England. I just hope it's not COVID because if it is just like a cold or even if it's a stomach ulcer or not a stomach ulcer, I mean gastric, gastric flu or something. It's quick recovery.
What it is Albania and San Marino. That's what it is. Like, does he really have to show up for Albania and San Marino? No. Let Phillips do the role. Right, come off of it, man.
Well, he's withdrawn for an illness. It's probably because he's sick of playing these shit teams in Europe.
That's what I'm saying. That's the illness right there.
Who was it that said that earlier? I don't know. I think it was somebody said that.
He's deserved to rest, man. He works his bollocks off, man.
Yeah, he does. He's he is, he's the one that we rely on more than England do. Do you know what I mean? He is our talisman. You know what I mean? He's our he's our Claude Makelele. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea had Claude Makelele.
What a player! They've got
that. And they've also got their Mason Mount. We've got our Declan Rice.
Yes, we do.
So let's let him have a bloody break. Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah. It's a good thing. I'm glad it's an illness and not an injury. I just hope that it's an illness that he can recover from reasonably quickly. Perhaps 2 weeks or something.
I think it is, and I think you're bang on the money, Budgie, when you say like it's the illness of Albania and San Marino. Like, we just beat Liverpool. Like, we beat Manchester City. Like, Albania and San Marino, that's like pub teams compared to them lot there, dog. So it's like, give the man a rest. Give the man a rest, man.
Yeah, honestly. That'd be like asking.
Would understand that.
Yeah, that's like kind of like asking him to show up with his best game against Shrewsbury or Peterborough or someone like that.
Yeah, like Peckham or some shit like that. No, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
100%, man.
Yeah, I agree with you, Roy. Rice being unwell is a blessing for us, mate. It's a blessing in disguise. You know, we all wish him well. We all hope he gets better quick and, you know, back to fitness. But it's a blessing. Message to the
100%.
general. Got any cane toads where you live? Post one
I
to
know.
Peach.
Absolutely.
He could do with some medicine.
I need.
I wouldn't even know what a cane toad is.
Me neither.
Is that-
Me neither.
No,
I can tell you, Clive.
go on.
Cane toads, right, were imported to Australia, right? When the sugar cane's a big thing here, right?
Yeah.
And the sugar cane was a massive export here. You know, so many sugar cane farms. And there was some bug that used to eat the sugar cane, right? And fuck it. So they imported cane toads to control the bug in the cane fields. And they went bonkers though. They went like rabbits. They multiplied by billions. Now they're covered in Australia and they're a pet.
You see, that's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious that they're going to do that though, because when they have their young, they have something like 500 at a time.
Yes, millions of them.
So, so, you know, if you've got 500 cane toads originally, and they have 500, you know, at a time, it's just, like within 5 years, you're going to have like millions of them.
The problem also they have with them on their back, they're quite poisonous. Their backs, they've got some kind of poison on their backs, right? So when sometimes little dogs attack them and eat them, and then they poison your dog and you kill your dog. That's what happens.
Right.
They are real
see.
There's a way round that. There's a way round that. Give the dog a gun, and then he ain't got to bite it. Or a machete or something. Just lick one and see what happens, Rob says. Lick one and see. Right, okay,
Honestly,
probably hallucinating or something.
That's the
probably
best news I heard
end up
today.
hallucinating.
That's right, man. That's the best news I heard today.
It used to be a kid's pastime here. They used to go down, if they lived near a creek and that, some of the properties here, they'd go down there with the 9-iron, the golf club, and start smashing them across the creek. Not that I advocate we should be doing that. We should not be doing that. But that's because it was such a pest it was allowed.
Beats doing it to the local kids, doesn't it?
I run it.
Oh no, gosh! I can just imagine it. Rivet.
No, it did improve the golf swing. See if you can get a cane toad to the other side of the fence.
Karen, what do you think about the 27% share, man? You happy?
I couldn't give a toss.
Are you smiling? Are you mad?
Why? What's happened? Has he done it yet? Has it been signed?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
official.
Oh, I was asleep. See, I missed all this news. See, it's too early for me. I'm delighted.
Yeah, that's why Buddy and myself named the video 27% because he just bought 27%. David Sullivan's thing went from like 50% to like 38. Gold's went lower, so slowly but surely he's putting his foot in the door here.
For sure, man. It's just the start of a takeover, isn't it? In a long-term takeover, I'd say.
100%.
Maybe another 3 years or so. I think he could be the man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I think it's all good.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. Like,
I'd rather have him. I'd rather have him than some oil-rich country and with a really bad regime. I'd rather not have that. So I'm happy with this guy.
Like I said earlier on the stream, Kieran, that this guy, his morality is already out there in the public domain. You know,
Yes.
he's already a 40% shareholder of Sparta Prague, which automatically puts him under scrutiny.
Nothing but good things, man.
Yeah, he's already under scrutiny from people like UEFA and FIFA and so on and so forth, because he wants to invest in West Ham. Now, the Premier League, and I'm thinking it's the FA as well, have said that anybody that holds less, or anybody that holds more than 30% stake in any club will render that club ineligible. So if they own controlling shares or a larger stake in any other club that could be in the same competition, it would render, basically, they're saying that because he owns 40% of Sparta Prague, and he now owns 27% of us, if that had been 31% or more, it would render us ineligible to play in any competition that Sparta Prague are already in.
Right.
So we wouldn't be able to continue our cup thing in Europe.
I think that's an old rule as well, Clive, because there's a conflict of interest.
But the Premier League, and I believe it was the FA, have said that, you know, because they haven't actually quoted anything on this particular case, but they basically said anybody that owns under 30% of a club isn't considered to be as influential enough to influence any meetings between the two clubs or whatever.
Things. Yeah.
So he's been clever. He's come in at 27%, so that he gets under that radar, and he doesn't come under the scrutiny of monopolization, I think was the word that was used. And so, you know, now he can just invest his money, sit back and watch us grow. That's what he wants to do right now. But what he wants to do is he wants to filter a bit more money in later on and say, look, okay, well, look, you know, you want to get this player, but you're not prepared to pay the money for him. Well, look, what is he worth to you? Right, you're willing to put up 40 mil. Okay, and they want, what, 80 for him? Okay, here's the other 40 mil, go and get him. Do you know what I mean? I think there may be, well, I'm not sure that it would be quite that easy, but what I'm saying is that he would probably be willing to further invest to increase, you know, the strength of our squad. I believe that this 150 million is just a drop in the ocean for him, you know. He's worth something like $500 million on his own personal wealth or something, some ridiculous amount of money, you know, and plus all the investment and in the companies that he's invested in, and then there's another guy that's coming now. His name escapes me.
Pavlov
or something. He's coming because he's very good at selecting where to invest and who to invest in and this and that. I mean, he used to be in a similar position for the Royal Bank of Scotland, and they're quite a large banking organisation. So he used to do a similar job for them. This is information I'm retaining from what Stell said earlier, actually, to be honest. But yeah, so you know, he's already got one foot on the ground in the UK anyway, because the RBS, Royal Bank of Scotland, are UK based, you know. So he's got to have had a foot in the UK already. So he kind of knows how business works in this country.
Yes.
So, you know, I mean, he's already got a little bit of an head start in that respect. And, you know, he probably also knows, probably also knows about the greed within the game. Yes. Because, you know, that's something we don't very often speak out loud about. And he's obviously very experienced in it, because, you know, it can't just be in the British game that there's greed, or in the Spanish or Italian games. It's got to be worldwide. It's got to be worldwide. So he's got to have had. So, you know, he kind of knows a little bit about the background of how to invest into and run a football club because of his contacts at Sparta. So, you know, for me, this is the best guy to put in place to learn his trade here in this country for a couple of years, and then bang.
I think there, Clive, do you not think that the planets are aligning here? Because we brought in that Rob Newman, haven't we? His head of recruitment.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
We've got this boy in now. Where you gone? Who just investing this 150 million in. We just signed a new scout, a head scout as well, wasn't he, for a European scouting?
Yeah. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you, mate. Yeah, I've got you. Just went off for a bit. So we got this new scout that's just coming in apparently as well.
Yeah.
And and we're doing really well in the league. And we've got a transfer window coming up in January. Everything seems to be coming into place.
Yeah.
For us to do better.
And we're doing a little bit of giant killing right now, you know. I mean, we've in the last 3 games against, you know, English opponents or Premiership opponents, we've come out the victor. Do you know what I mean? In fact, in the last 4, you know, including Aston Villa. I mean, I hadn't forgotten about the Aston Villa, but I don't consider them one of the top teams, you know. But we've just beaten, you know, Liverpool, we've beaten Tottenham, and we've beaten Man City. We took them to penalties and beat them on it. So, you know, okay, that was a different competition. I do know that. I'm well aware of that.
Still a win.
But it's still a win against a very, very strong Manchester City side. Now, we're going to be facing them in a couple of weeks or so, few weeks. You know, we've got them to play in the Premiership. So we need to really get our shit together, and, you know, basically we need to field the same bloody team we did against them in the Carabao. That's what I think we need to do. He's not going to expect that in the Premiership. Do you know what I mean? Listen, Kieran, I am absolutely busting. Can you hold the fort for 1 minute? I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going, you know, loo. Right, won't be taking. Just, I don't know, talk about spiders or something, mate. I don't know. I'll be 2 seconds, mate. Right.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll Rob there, project the ball. I think he's got a point there. I think this is a bit of a down payment till that 2023. I think this could be where West Ham are headed, that he'll end up taking full control when we can sell the club. I think that's every chance of that, brother. I think that's where it's heading. And happy days. Whether I don't think Sullivan will give up everything. I think this Kaczynski will end up being the majority shareholder. But I think Sullivan will still have a little bit left to say he's part of it. And then hand it down to his boy, no doubt. Well, let's hope that's the way it's going, because if it is, it's all positive for West Ham. I can't see any. The only negatives we've had in last week is Ogbonna. That's a shame, because we really like the boy. But all the signs are positive. Really, really looking forward to January now. See what we buy.
Sorry, excuse me. Good evening. I'm back again. Right. So, who was you talking about? The money that's coming in.
I was talking about Rob's projector board there, where he said that this investment is more like a down payment for a takeover in 2023 when, you know, that tax bullshit goes away.
I think a lot of us see it that way as well. Yeah,
I think he's on.
I mean, it's kind of like a statement of intent, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Right. And it's about fronting the money. You know, fronting the money up and say, yeah, I'm putting my money where my mouth. This is it.
Yeah.
And I reckon he could end up selling his Slavia Prague interest as well, you know, further down the line.
Well, the thing is, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying a little bit earlier when I said that, you know, the Premiership is a far more attractive proposition to him.
Yeah.
You know, so you know he's gonna have this 27% until, as you say, you know, when this tax nonsense is out of the way, and then once he does that, he's going to increase his investment and therefore his share holding.
He'll become majority shareholder,
which means that he will sell his shares in Slavia Prague because he won't want the conflict of interest in any competitions. You know, I don't even, you know, these, what do they call? I suppose you would call them sponsored cups, you know, like, you know, the Betway Cup and, you know, the Emirates Cup and all those.
The kickabouts.
Yeah, but yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know who Slavia Prague's sponsors are on that, but I wonder if that ruling would apply to a cup of that nature. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, the ineligibility to play against each other. If it was just in, like, it's like a.
Well, that's just a friendly.
It's almost like an in-house competition, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think that'd be an issue, mate. I don't think so.
No. Let's have a little look at the chat. What's going on in the chat? Let's have a look. Go on, I can still hear you, mate. Oh no, that was the last one. That was the last one. Yeah, so we got probably 3.5 hours until we start recording then.
Yeah, I need to have a shower and that, sort myself out.
I
couldn't get the bloody, you know, I said I looked at my thing here streaming and it had recorded WSL, right? I said, great, I'll have a look at that one. But it weren't. The recording I had was something to do with Klopp, but it did say it was a Women's Super League. So I haven't seen anything. So
okay. Well, look, on YouTube, we won't go in depth about that this time round. We'll give ourselves a week or so to do a bit of research on the women's game, right? But on YouTube, they've got the whole series of it's called Football's Youngest Manager or Football's Youngest Owner. And it's all about Jack Sullivan owning West Ham Ladies. Right, so he started recording it in 2018, but it will just give you an idea as to the build-up of the professional game for the ladies rather than the amateur game that we were playing in 2017-18. So, yeah, I mean, we've only been professional since 18.
I did see, though. All I could get was they just played Arsenal, didn't they?
Yeah.
And Arsenal ladies tore them a new one.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, they do that to a hell of a lot of teams.
I bet they do, man.
They've always been the yardstick.
But that Arsenal team, fuck, they were impressive.
They've always been the yardstick, mate. You know what I mean? That everyone else is measured by. I mean, Chelsea are doing very well at the moment, and Man City are doing very well. You know, we're probably around mid to lower mid-table in the WSL. You know, I don't think we're actually under any relegation threat at the moment, but you know, we've had a few decent wins. I mean, we beat Chelsea, I think it was the other day, last week or something. Was it Chelsea? Can't remember, but I'm pretty sure we beat Birmingham a couple of weeks back. But also, you know, like the women's game on the official West Ham site, they do like goals of the month, and the women have got 2 goals in there this time round.
Yeah,
you know, they only have 6. They only have 6 goals in it, and 2 of them are from the women. One's from the under 23s, and 3 of them are from the Aston Villa game.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, I would have thought there were quite a few more goals than that to be considered, but you know, they're the 6 that have gone down to the final 6. You know, but yeah, Ben Johnson's one being one of them. But even so, this goal by what's her blinking name now? Gosh, I forget now. Oh, it's here somewhere as well. I know it is. I've got it written down. But anyway, yeah, her goal. It's the last of. It's the second of the 2 women's goals. I think it's the last one of the 6. Incredible bloody strike. You'd have thought it was Messi or Ronaldo on that ball. Beautifully done. Brilliant. But anyway, yeah. So we won't go too deep into the ladies' game this week. We'll leave that until next week or something. Yeah.
What?
But
so this news. So Brighton's out of the England squad. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He pulled out. We've got Mate Hughes taken over. What happened overnight? Ever since I went to bed, all this news has happened.
Yeah, yeah. That's what happens. That's what happens when you sleep during the day, mate. Oh no, it's not daytime for you though, is it? Yeah, I forget. I keep forgetting. Well, the news always kind of breaks sort of like 5-6 a.m. our time when it's been happening overnight. You know, quite. Unless you sit and watch Sky News all night long, Sky Sports News all night long, you know, you don't really get to hear a lot of stuff. And there are people employed to do that. Do you know what I mean? But
that one, it's good. It's good news. I mean, it's great news.
Yeah, it is great news. I mean, any investment in the club has got to be a positive thing, you know. And you know, I do understand that there are going to be people out there that have got reservations and, you know, questions to ask. But, you know, yeah. But the thing is, you know, this guy's got a pretty clean sheet. You know, he's not some arsehole, you know. No, and he's, you know, he's already got a knowledge of the game and how it works, you know.
What's he own? Like, is it 10% of Sainsbury's? He owns. It's one of the big supermarket chains. He owns 10% of it. Pretty sure it's Sainsbury's.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is Sainsbury's. Yeah, yeah.
That's a massive investment in that mob. I tell you, 10% of them can't go wrong.
Yeah, well, you know. He's 150 million into West Ham equates to something like 520 or 540 million. 540 million.
For the shares.
Total value of the shares. Something like 570 it might have been, but it was somewhere in the 500.
Just under the 600, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, 500 and something. So, you know, that, which is good because that PAI only valued us at between 300 and 400, didn't they?
Yeah, well, now we got an idea what they believe we're worth, don't they? If they're giving them 27% for 100,
and that's without owning the ground that we play at.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? We pay about £3 a week for it, don't we?
Yeah. We're
ain't much, I know.
He's buying into the brand, mate, and this is what the GSB's idea was all the time. That's why they stuck London on our badge. They wanted to build a London brand football team. Didn't matter about owning the stadium. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And you know, the club badge, you know, with the London on it, you know, and I do kind of agree with one or two people that have said that they would like to have seen East London on it.
Me too.
I kind of agree.
Me too.
I agree with that sentiment. Welcome back, Peach. You
know what?
I would
just sorry to interject because I always do that. I'm a fucking asshole in that sense. But it's like me and Gatesy, we were talking about that today. Because you had people saying, "Oh no, Mr. 27% shareholder is going to change the color, change the badge, change this, change that. They're hypochondriac, like negative Nancy's. And it's like, no, that's not going to happen. But then me and Gacy started talking more, and we're like, you know what? Like I said, this man, I don't think he would take away. I think he would build. I wouldn't be surprised if he brought the castle back and like behind the irons. And you know what? Then we went on to digress into what's at the bottom, London. And that's pure tourist things. That is pure tourist things. Because you don't see like Arsenal, North London. You don't see Tottenham, North London. But like I would have rather had East London than London. But they just did that for tourist reasons, man. That's all they're
But
there
also,
it's all about branding, man. It's all about branding. Do you know when you see now we're in Europe and that these European competitions, and you see these names of football clubs. Not only do we not know what city they're near to, we don't even know what country they're in. So putting that on our badge, they were just doing a branding thing to make sure everyone knew where we're from.
I agree. I agree with that completely, 100%. You're right, James.
What do you think? What do you think about that, Thieves? What do you think about that with the badge and the thing there?
What do you mean the badge?
Okay, so the badge, you got the 2 irons minus the castle, but then underneath the irons you got London. It's like Tottenham don't have North London, Arsenal don't have North London, Fulham don't have like South London, whatever. Like, but we got London. It's pure tourist things, I think, dog. That's just me.
Yeah, but we're the biggest team in London now. Don't you realise that, Paige?
Go on, my son. Go on, my son. Yes.
Do you know, actually, I just wanted to make a little point on that, actually. Right, I think it's very clever branding, right? Because as you said, Peach, no one else has got the word London on their shirt anywhere. So it's very clever branding. So, like, for argument's sake, you got someone out there in Helsinki says, "Oh, I'm going to move to England. I'm going to move to London." Right? What football teams are in London? And they look at the badges on Google. They see West Ham United, London. They go, "There's the team for me." I'm just using Helsinki as an example, obviously. But that's very clever branding, in my opinion. Carry on, boys.
I agree. Do you know what? It really doesn't bother me about the badge. Do you know what I mean? West Ham can have 2 irons and WHU underneath it, and we'll still love it. Like, obviously, the castle was the thing, and the castle's not there no more. But do you know what? Good things are coming, mate. Obviously, with you probably spoke about it this 27%, and positive signs.
All positive, mate.
Glad you see it that way too, James.
Jamesy, did you hear about this new scout we signed up today? Or I just saw a little thing about it. He's going to be the head of the European Scouting Network or something. Did you see that?
I haven't seen anything. Well, Rob Newman. I know Rob Newman's a scout. Yeah.
No, not Rob Newman. Some other geezer. I put his name up. He had a foreign sound name like European or Spanish. And they've signed him to do the European scouting.
Well, it's only positives, isn't it, for once? And it ain't like West Ham are trying to ask their own players if they know someone. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Who can go in a position. Exactly that.
The planets are aligning, brother. The planets are aligning. Rob Newman comes in. This scout comes in. This money from Kaczynski comes in. We're coming up to a January window. It's all coming into place, mate.
Yeah, I don't think though. One thing I will say is I don't think this new investor's there just to be an investor. Put it like that. I think he's dipped his toe in, see what it's all about. He's going to give it a year till 2023 or 2 years, and then I reckon he's going to buy him out.
Right. Well, this is something that we've been saying as well, James. Because of the ruling that a major shareholder in two teams can't be in the same competition, etc., because of a conflict of interest and that. Well, we were sort of discussing this not long ago, that, you know, he's going to hold on to his Sparta Prague shares until such time as he can break the barrier at West Ham. You know what I mean? I think he'll probably have like a 53% shares or something by the time he's done. You know what I mean?
I don't think he'll have full control. I don't think he'll have full control.
No. But he'll have close to 50% shares, I reckon, by the time it's all done.
I reckon he'll have more than that myself. I reckon he might have about 60%, 65%, something like that.
Really?
I really do, mate. Yeah, I'll tell you the reason why. I think Gold's had enough. I don't think he's going to leave.
I think he's on his way out.
He's on his way out.
On his way out. Yeah.
I think Sullivan's got an interest there. Because of his son and everything else in his family. So I can see them being, say, 25% maybe. And then there'll be other little sort of small stakeholders in there.
Terry Brown's family still own 10%. Yeah.
And the way I look at it is, I think it will be like Usmanov was at Arsenal. He used to invest in there, and basically, in the end, he wanted to take over and he couldn't get in there. But I think this geezer will get in there. So I don't think GSB can maintain West Ham for much longer. I think COVID hit him hard. I think COVID hit him.
And there's been rumours that Gold's struggling as well, isn't there?
Yeah. But he's getting on there, isn't he? Was he 80 something, 85 something like that?
Yeah.
It's time.
But, I mean, like, the reason I think you're right about Sullivan is because Jack is basically the principal director of the West Ham ladies, or is it? Or has he been moved on? Has he been moved on? Has he moved on from that?
I think he's moved on from there, but it's like anything, right?
I think he's still a major, like, you know, one of the directors. I just don't think he's involved with the daily running of it now.
Yeah.
But I mean, even so, you know, I mean, that's his baby, really, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? He took that club into professional football, you know, and got us into the FA Cup final in his first year. I mean, obviously, you know, it was down to the coaches and the girls on the field, but, you know, so I don't think that's going to be let go too easily either. And I reckon you're probably right. I reckon, you know, like the small shareholders between them, like Terry Brown's family owns 10%, and I don't think they'll let any of that go. But I reckon between that family and the other small shareholders, I reckon you'll probably see about 20 to 22% of the club, like there. Then you'll see maybe 20 to 25% in the Sullivan hands, and the rest of it will be, you know, this new guy, I think. You know?
This geezer, I've just done a video on my channel, E20, and I've just done a like 18-minute video talking about basically him, Ogbonna situation, Simon Jordan today, about what he was coming out with. And the way I look at this with him is this geezer is a very smooth operator. Like, he knows what he's doing in business. Like, you don't become a billionaire for a laugh, like, without knowing what you're doing. And I personally think if he gets control, he could find investors who are like him. Do you know the old saying, birds of a feather flock together?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That old saying.
Money comes to money and all that. Yeah.
And basically, I feel that he could take us to another level, mate. There's no excuses now. There's no excuses now in January. I don't want to hear no one saying, "Oh, we ain't got no money and we're skint." He's coming in to pay the debt. That's all bollocks to me. Because someone told me,
"You want a left back? Go get one." Trust me.
Right. Someone told me, and whether or not it's true or not is another thing. Is basically when COVID hit, they still was getting paid for the TV revenue. It was just a gate receipt they weren't getting. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
And someone said to me, they they don't need the gate receipts anymore, right? The TV revenue covers that all around the world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah,
Makes you think, doesn't it? Like we're being fed lies, guys. Like that whole thing
Peach,
about.
Peach,
like,
can you do me one favour? One favour.
Go on,
Can you just
go on.
either close that comment down or take it off because I could just about see my eyeballs.
Oh, word
You know
up,
what I mean?
word up.
That's it. I can see myself now. Thank God for that. I'm like, flipping hell.
Oh,
I'm like that.
it's James. You know it was.
It's like,
now you get to see my ugly mug.
it's like a game of Guess Who, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
James.
Either that or it was Chad.
So let me ask y'all this, because like it's
But,
like
hang on, mate.
it's like what's that? Fuck off! What's that?
Boy, sharp you. Just want to know what Jordan said.
oh, he started coming out with a load of crap about because we call ourselves massive. West Ham shouldn't be calling themselves massive because they're not massive. They're not a massive club. English bollocks.
He's a wind-up merchant, man. Come on. That's what he's showing.
Who's that? Simon Jordan?
And what it is, yes, I'm Jordan. And what it was,
Yeah, Simon Jordan did the same thing in the pod as Jamie O'Hara. They're both quadruple that, dog. Trust me.
And I just done a thing on my channel on E20 Zone TV. Go and subscribe if you're new.
Yeah.
And I turned around and I said that basically we've all seen West Ham as fans. We've seen West Ham get destroyed, embarrassed. It's about time we had a bit of success. Like, and it ain't, to me, this is success at the minute. Like I can see progression finally. Do you know what I mean? It took us 11 years, but we're getting there. And
yeah,
it's like I just think he was highly critical, really, and he shouldn't be. Simple as that.
No.
Yeah, but
I mean, the thing is with him though,
it helps his show, the show they're fucking doing. That's all that
yeah,
is,
that's
like,
it. That's just gets the phone lines ringing.
He's Simon Jordan.
The phone lines ringing at like £1 a minute.
He's a very smart operator, Simon Jordan. He's a clever guy. He knows how to push buttons. Let's put it that way.
But Trevor Sinclair was in there, and he said, "You know what? He was backing us up." So, tricky Trev, and yeah,
love it.
It's good. It's good at the minute, I must admit. At the end of the day, though, going back to what I was saying about this new ownership. I think the signs are positive, mate. Like, I'm not new ownership, investment, because
absolutely.
You know what I mean, and there is no excuses, right? I see things on. That's what I was going back to. I've seen things on different platforms, different shows, and different on TV and everything. People saying, "No, he's only going to come in and just have money to clear the debts." Fuck the debt. I want to see West Ham win something this year. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah. Because West Ham have always been in debt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but James, you're a greedy fucker. You're a greedy fucker. You want too much, mate.
Oh, mate, mate, I haven't seen us win anything in my life.
Well, one of the
some of it will pay the debt, but some of it will be invested in the sport.
Yeah, one of the reports that I saw, I think it was in Telegraph online. I think it was the Telegraph. He said that that the investment would be used to clear some of or to pay a sizable chunk of the debts and a sizable amount to invest in the squad. That was more or less what word for word that was said in the Telegraph. I'm sure it was the Telegraph or the Mail, one of them two. So like there's all sorts of rumours going around, lads, but we know for a fact that this man is now going to invest. We know that he's going to have a 27% stake in the club, and that approximately 150 million euros is coming into the club. Right, all of that is positive. That the only negative in any of that is that there's not more money coming. Do you know what I mean? Like, or that one of the ugly three ain't going. That's the only negative in any of this, really. But there are people out there that are really, really cautious about it, and I don't. He's like I said earlier on. I don't know whether you heard it or not, James, but I said, this guy's morality is already a matter of public record, you know, because he's already involved with Sparta Prague, you know, and the Royal Mail and Sainsbury's, you know, because of all of that, you know, his morality is already a matter of public knowledge, you know, so that can't be brought into question, you know, that he kind of he kind of skips past all of that nonsense that them lot up at Newcastle are going through. Do you know what I mean? It kind of eases the transition a bit more. You know, the investment of the money and no ripples coming back from it. Do you know what I mean? We know where his money comes from.
I agree, mate. I agree, and I look at it quite simply that it's the beginning of the end of them for me. I'm starting to see, and for me personally, it means a lot because I haven't been there since we left Upton Park. Now I'm been there 6 years, and the moment they are at the door, and or once he's got ownership or he's the majority shareholder, that's when I will go, you know what? Thanks for not a lot, GSB, but at least you've given us this geezer, and we'll see what this geezer's all about. I think this geezer will be fine, though. I don't know. I've just got a funny feeling. He's a clever man. I think what it is, he owns Sparta Prague. Fair enough, but let's be honest, Sparta Prague, the only thing they could ever go for is like they can't go for the Champions League because they haven't got the pulling power of bringing players into that league because that league's a poor league. Yeah. Now the Premier League is the best league in the world. He's got a team in London. He's got a 65 plus seater stadium. Signs are good, mate. Signs are good. Yeah. And you know what? It's exciting. It's exciting times. And all it needs to be now is if we can win something. That's the only thing I say, man.
I mean, wouldn't it be nice if he did a nice little swap with his shares in Sparta Prague for, say, like Gold shares in West Ham? Did a nice little side deal swap, you know, get Gold out there, gone, and him here.
I think he's dipping his toe in the water. I think he's dipping his toe in the water. He's testing it all out.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, because
worst case, but also, go on. Sorry, go on.
Like the worst case scenario for it is if he doesn't fancy it, he could have sold his shares back to them. Do you know what I mean? So but I can't see it myself.
No. And also, did you notice?
Like Budgie, I think James got it bang on. Like he's just dipping his toes in the water right now, and eventually he's going to take a dive. And when he takes the dive, that's when everything goes rosy, man. That's when everything goes rosy.
I'm not sure he's dipping his toe. I think he's just made a down payment until 2023 when he takes the majority shareholding. That's what
like we said earlier, a statement of intent.
Yeah,
you know,
I can't. What it is, I can't do it. See, I read that, and I look at it different. Like, you can't go and put money into a club without, right? Because every West Ham fan on the planet go, right, let's all go and put our money into West Ham, right? Yeah. Like, even people who are quite wealthy and go, like, it just wouldn't work. You have to be, a shareholder, I think. And that's what he is now. He's a shareholder, isn't he?
Yeah. But have you noticed, though, that, you know, obviously, you know, the shares that he's bought have had to come from somewhere. And the largest portion of what he's bought have come from Gold over and above anyone else's shares.
I think Gold's had enough, mate, if I'm honest.
I think it was about 16% of them were Gold shares. I think it was about 16%. I think he has. You know,
do you know what though? It's took long enough now. It's took long enough, but it's about time. It's about time they start thinking about this.
Well, he's been a bit of a stranger at the stadium of late, hasn't he, over the last couple of seasons, you know? At least Sullivan's shown his face a few more times than he has. Do you know what I mean?
Sullivan's got a new bird now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's got a wine and dine, so you know what I mean. But no, the signs are good, mate. Honestly, I can't stress it enough.
No.
And that's what
with the permission to extend the seating as well, you know, that's a great sign. And you know what else is a good sign as well, I think, is that now that there's, I don't know how many it is, it's about half a dozen clubs around the country have now been granted permission to have a standing section.
Yeah, safe standing.
Safe standing. Now, I'm not being funny or nothing, but how much space is there around our pitch, which could be converted into safe standing, couldn't it? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and it really wouldn't affect the seating because of the way the seating goes. You know, the lowest tier of the seating's above head height, isn't it? Well, it is behind the goals. It is behind the goals anyway. But, you know, so it really wouldn't affect the seating area much if they did so. So that's another promising thing that could come about, you know, in the near future. You know, some safe standing not Upton Park, sorry, my bad, at the London Stadium. You know,
I reckon as well, Clive, we could actually see the porter cabins getting a makeover. Might get a bit of paint slapped on them.
Yeah, you know, little bit of cladding. They got a load of cladding shape going apparently.
Right. But, yeah. Right, I'm going to make a move, gents. I thought I'd quickly jump on. Okay,
nice one, mate. Nice to see you, bud.
Take it
easy. Oh, it's back to Kieran and Clive again. Yes, mate.
Yeah. Do you like cricket?
No, not particularly.
That's a shame. All right.
Yeah, I know that England have just been knocked out, haven't they?
Right, right. England are coming to Australia for the Ashes, aren't they? And
I know about the Ashes a little bit.
Right. Well, it's at the Gabba on the 10th of December. Is the third day of the test. And my mate sent me a message last night. He's got a corporate box there. He said, "Do you want to come along for the third day of the Ashes?"
Oh, that'd be a good day out.
Hey.
That'd be a great day out. I mean, like as I said, I'm not really into the cricket, but if someone said to me, "Oh, I've got a corporate box at Lord's or something, do you want to come and spend the day with us?" Mate, I'm there at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning waiting for the gates to open. I'm telling you, you know. But
I've done it before. It's a good day out, mate. It's a good day out.
I'm not into horse racing as such, you know. I mean, I might watch Grand National or Derby Day. Yeah, but you know, my ex-father-in-law used to live literally 500 yards or so away from Tattenham Corner. So we used to get down to the Derby and, you know, spend a day there for at the Epsom Racecourse. That was brilliant. Loved it, you know. Didn't really particularly like the horse racing, but, you know, the VIP tents and all that was great. Yeah, it was brilliant. Brilliant.
Now, anyway,
so yeah. Well, my bit of news is that I've now got, what day are we on? Wednesday, my time, isn't it? I've now got 4 days off.
No, you lucky bastard.
I know. Quality, isn't it? I might bugger off for a few days.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Where can I go? Yeah, where could I go?
Southend.
No, I can't go Southend. No, I can't go Southend. I could go and visit like Toby and Dan and all them lot and poke my head into the Guildford and say hello to Amaret and that. I could do that, but I don't know. I might just bugger off for a couple of days somewhere. Go and stay with family somewhere or something. I could actually go to Lincoln and go and see my brother. I could pop out and have a pint with Pete Chapman. Is he still in the chat? Let's have a look. There's some chat messages. Right, Right, hold on. Hang on. Hang on, what's he saying? Rob's projectable saying, I thought you were going to bust out Dreadlock Holiday. I don't like cricket. Yeah.
Hey,
I love
10
it.
PC.
Yeah.
10 PC.
Yeah.
I saw them,
That's
man.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bloody good. They were good. And the two of them that went off and did a little bit of like duetting, didn't they? What were their names? Godley and Cream.
Yeah, Godley and Cream. That's it.
Yeah, that was it. They were from 10cc, weren't they? Yeah. All right. So, what are you having for breakfast then?
Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't normally have fucking breakfast, do I? I have about 6 cups of tea, 10 cigarettes, and I'm sweet.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I think, what's the time now? It is 9:20. Oh, that's all right. I might order myself a nice little Indian in a minute. Yeah. Might have a little curry in a minute.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Or do I have Chinese?
I'm getting bitten here, man. Fucking mozzies are out. The mosquitoes are out. They're doing me ankle.
Oh. That's what happens when you live in places like that, mate.
I know, it's just annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but hey, this has just turned into a Zoom call again, hasn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Knock it on the head and leave it at that.
Well, it's an hour and 45, isn't it? So, hold on. Oh, Peach is talking to Gatesy at the moment, trying to get him to come on to the stream. So let's stick around for a bit. Well, you can go if you need to. I'll just talk a lot of shit on my own.
Keep you company for a minute.
All right, mate. No problem. Yeah. So, yeah. So when you missing a bit of football and that, have a look at the West Ham official YouTube channel. They got quite a few good videos on there. Like they have like behind the scenes of certain games. Well, of all the games, really.
Yeah, I see that just comes up on YouTube. I checked that channel out, and it didn't have anything of the ladies shit on there, so I didn't.
No. You have to type in West Ham ladies, I think.
Well, I'll check it out, man. I'll check it out.
But you know, even if you're just looking for a bit of football to watch, them behind the scenes ones are really good because there's no commentary. You can hear every grunt. You can hear every grunt and moan and snap of the bone.
All them different camera angles, didn't you, of the goals and stuff? It's good.
And you see like the players coming up the tunnel. You know what I mean? Sticking their fingers in each other's ears and stuff. You know, quite funny. Yeah. So I like watching them because it is behind the scenes. It gives you an idea of what it's like, you know, to be in the tunnel with them, or you know what it's like to be in the changing room when they're getting their dressing down or whatever. You know. Yeah, I like it. You don't often see the changing room stuff. I've got to be honest, but you know, sometimes you might see David Moyes talking to him just before kick-off or whatever, you know, or after half-time or whatever. You know, it's all good. It's all good. So, Peach.
Yes, sir.
I saw the notification that you're calling up on Gates. Is he coming in or what?
I hope so. Like, is it ain't a party if Gatesy ain't in the party? Even Andy Miles wants to try to get in, so I sent them the link. We'll see if they show up.
Oh, cool. So we'll have another night of Only Fools and Horses and Food then.
Oh yes, please. Listen to this. I went to the supermarket and I forgot the most important thing. I got my ciders. I got a Malteser's chocolate bar. I got some Doritos. Well, not Doritos. They're like Tostitos with some like it's like a hot cheddar sauce. Oh, I love that. I love that. So I got that. But then I forgot the Heinz beans. That's the most important thing because we're having prime mass tonight, and it's like I know beans ain't like a staple in prime mass, but I love my Heinz beans, so I want some prime mass with some liquor and then some Heinz beans, and I forgot the flipping
So
Heinz
what?
beans, man.
Does your dad make the liquor then?
What's that mean?
Does your dad make the liquor?
Well, yeah, what we do is, hello, Mozzie. Mozzie's in the building. Mozzie's in the
Mousy.
building. Rah, rah, rah. Ticka, 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 la, la, la. Yeah, so what we do for the liquor is we don't, so it's like half liquor because you know how liquor has the eel juice in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't have the eel juice, but we have the parsley. It's from London or England. It's the I forget what it's called, bistro, whatever, like parsley sauce. So we got the parsley sauce, but it don't have the eel juice in it to give it that twang. But we just put some malt vinegar on that, some black pepper, and we're good.
Sounds like a plan.
And then we get these Scotch pies, like they're called Scotch pies. I wouldn't call a Scottish man a Scotch. Never. That's a drink. That's not a man. But like we get these Scottish pies, and it's the same thing. It's your mince. It's your mince and yeah, and it's your mince in a pie with the suet at the bottom. It's really good. And then we just turn them over, put some parsley sauce upon it, get some potatoes on it, and then I just like a thing of like beans on the side. I love my beans, man. So I have a thing of beans on the side.
So we have a similar thing here called Scotch pies.
Yeah, go on.
Right. And they are minced pork primarily.
Oh, no, this is minced. This is like your
minced
pie
beef.
mass. This is like your pie mass. This is minced beef.
Yeah.
And it's I'll take a picture and show it to you. It's lovely.
All right, okay. And in a true Scotch pie.
Thanks for that.
Minced pork. Minced pork with onion and all that.
No, none of that. No, I know true Scottish pie mince, but like I have a what they call them? Molten Mulberry or whatever. What they call them?
Melton Mowbray.
Yeah, Melton Mulberry. I love two things of that. I love two things of that. Like I'd rather have that than like minced pork. Like I love some Molten Mulberry with like some mustard on it, like some Coleman's or something. Mwah. But tonight it's Scottish pie, whatever you want to call it. Proper mince, proper parsley sauce, proper mash with some butter in there, and I'm off to the races, man. One of my favorite meals.
Yeah, man, sounds good. Might have to go and get some pies out of the freezer now.
Not many. Mozzie, what are you saying, rude boy?
I'm working, mate. I'm working.
You're working behind a whatchamacallit, brick wall.
Yeah, Zuma and Diop, mate, and Fab.
No, man. It's Zuma. Yeah, it is Zuma and Diop. I thought you said Dawson. Bang. Yes. It is Zuma and Diop, man. Everybody's tripping. Oh my God, we lost Obama. No. We're fine, man. We're fine. We got Baptiste coming up in the ranks. We got Dawson. We got Diop. Thank God we signed Zuma. Honestly, thank God we signed Zuma because I'm telling you, without Zuma, we'd be a deer in headlights, man. Honestly.
I'll be back in a moment, lads. Just gonna go and get
go on, do your thing. So how was your day today, Mozzie?
Stressful, mate. I'm still working.
Oh my days!
I started work at 7 this morning, and it's 9:30.
No, I know. You don't got no like backup red stripe up in like the cabinets or nothing like that. You can't like just dip into.
I've got my we've got two Christmas party. I've got my work's Christmas party tomorrow night.
Yeah. Oh wow, so soon. It seems
Yeah.
too soon.
Yeah, no, my boss thinks well, we're struggling to get a venue, and there could be another
Yeah.
lockdown or something. So he said we might as well do it then.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah. How you doing, Kieran? You good?
Yeah, good, Mosey. I'm doing all right, mate. I've only just woke up to any news and that, you know, so I didn't know anything. That
Yeah,
mate
crap,
had
yeah.
invested. You know what I mean? I've just out of bed, so we're going, well, it's all positive news, I think, mate. Don't you think?
Yeah, mate.
Oh yeah.
No, like I said, especially the way Luke from the Three Hammers, he words it correctly. Like I know we're going to be less without them than what we've had them. So
Yes.
it's all good. It's all good news,
Yeah.
and I can just see a positive window. To be perfectly honest, I think
Yeah.
January will surprise a few, and it wouldn't surprise me with Newman, and it wouldn't surprise me if we've got 2 or 3 snaps up already.
Well, so did you hear Mozzie? I don't know if this. See, I don't want to get confused. So I don't know if this is that Pavel Elo, Buddy. I don't know if this is like the Pavel or whoever is coming along with the Czech Republic guy. But apparently, we've signed today a European scout. And it was Rob Newman that took him on board. So I don't know if it's something different or he came with the Czech boy.
Yeah, so obviously Newman was on gardening leave, so he wasn't allowed to sign to us until after the window's done, after the window finished. So obviously that was a disadvantage for us. So obviously now he's made that change. But no, Newman knows a lot of people. He bought De Bruyne. He bought Aguero. He bought Jesus. Company. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous who he's got. Man. And even the players in the lower leagues. That's what he said. He said we don't have to go abroad. It wouldn't surprise me if we get some League One or Championship players who will step up.
Yeah. What's your thoughts about that, Kieran? Like, I think that's good. I think that's good. They're familiar with the league.
Think before he even puts a foot into West Ham, or before he did put a foot into West Ham, he's got a little black book that's probably worth millions. Yeah, he's already got people lined up. I reckon he'll
change the camera angle. Change it to the squares.
What's that?
Change the view to the squares.
Hold on.
You can't see us properly. Do you know, in the views on StreamYard, change it.
How do I do that? Click on more or camera?
No. So if you go to the view in StreamYard, not you, for everyone. Do you know the views?
Hold on. 1 second, Doc. Okay, hold on. I don't know how to do that.
Freak the fuck out. My one.
Hold on. So what? I go more, and then what? Broadcast info settings. I go settings. Yeah.
Yeah. Try settings. No, try settings then. I forget your.
Okay, phone, settings and then camera, and then all you can see is me right now. Hold up.
Oh, it should be like the comment. Do you know where you view the comment? Hang on. Let me go on my phone. 1 sec. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Sorry about that, boys.
No, it's not me. I don't care.
Yes, must. No, hold on.
1 second.
Yeah. Do your thing. Hold on. General. Studio. No.
Yeah, so go more, Peach. So you've got Mike, guess, and then click on more, and then go layout. Oh, where the fuck's he gone?
Fucking up. He's off.
Peach, if you're there. More and then layout.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold up. More, Bobby Moore. How do you mean? Bobby Moore.
Layout.
More.
Layout.
Yeah, got you.
Layout.
Yeah.
And click the third one. And click the third layout.
1, 2, 3. Bing, bang, box.
There we go.
Right. Mr. IT, help PEAC to the H. How you mean? This is how we get groovy. Yo, lovely. Thank you, Mousy. Big up, Mousy, the IT director, supporting director. How you mean? Wicked. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
No worries. I'll stay with you for a few more minutes, mate. I've got a long night ahead of me. I thought I'd just pop
No
in
problem.
and say
No
hello.
problem.
I'm
It's
busy.
always a party when Mozzie's in the party. Because the party ain't a party if Mozzie ain't in the party. So how's Jazz doing, man?
Yeah, I think. Hang on, is he still doing a show? He's doing. We've got Mike on a Monday. Hang on, let me check.
I love Mike Manera. I think he's so dope. He is so wicked.
Yeah. So, do you do fantasy football, Peach?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah. Well, they're starting to do a show. Oh, they've finished it. They're starting to do a show. It'll be every Monday, but we done it late. They're doing a fantasy football show every Monday at 8 p.m. UK time, where there's a competition. You should join. You should join the Reunited League if you're into it.
I will. I'm
yeah. What's the show after?
Yeah. Pardon me.
Yeah, we've got our own league as well, and all the details will be on that show.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, I'll run that. Karen, do you do a fantasy football league or no?
No, I don't normally join in, mate. It's too hard.
No. All right. Yeah.
It's another thing you need to maintain, isn't it? So.
It is. It's like dirty washing. You need to like keep up on it like every week, like captain and vice captain and who's in, who's out, and yeah, man. Who are your strikers, Mozzie? Who are your strikers?
I don't do it. I don't do it.
Oh,
it's just Jazz and Mike who do it.
Yo, I showed you this before, Doc. I showed you this before, and you're holding on to it like whatchamacallit? Like some tomb from Egypt, dog. You have to share Jazz's link with me, dog, because I want to get in touch with that man. So when he comes down to Toronto,
I thought I gave you it. Yeah.
Nah, Bridget. Please do, because when homeboy comes down to Toronto, we're running 2 things. Go out for
you never know, Peach. I might come with him.
2 rubies, that would be dope. That would be dope. How do you mean? That's like 2 in 1. That's like 2 in 1. Yo, don't even tempt me, dog. Don't even tempt me. That would be amazing, man. Have you ever been to Canada before, Mozzie?
No, mate. Never.
Oh, you love it.
I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Well, I'm dread going out with you. Man. There's no point me probably booking a hotel room, is there? We'll be out 24/7.
Yeah. Straight up. But if you do book a hotel room, we'll go back to the hotel room, crack some more pints, and then go like on some 2 YouTube things. Keep everybody in the world up. Trust me.
Kieran, I am jealous of the weather, mate. It's well depressing.
Oh, not many. And he loves to rub it in our face. Oh, it's only 30 degrees here.
We're just coming into our summer. Summer starts officially on the 1st of December, but we're hitting 28 degrees now. You know. So in Brisbane,
he loves to say how hot it is, Doc. He loves to say how
I tell you what,
though,
Mozzie, if I was advising anyone from the UK coming over, don't come in the middle of summer. You know, don't come over Christmas. It's just too hot here and really humid. You know, it's very hot. You're better off coming in like October, November. Yeah, it's a nice time of year before the humidity really kicks in. When that kicks in, it's not always that pleasant.
So the furthest I've gone is Bali so far.
Oh,
you got to Bali? Well, that's Jesus Christ! Only a hop, skip, and a jump from here, guys.
I know that's like you're Spain, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. If I lived at the very top level of Queensland, at the top in Darwin, I mean it's just across the water then. You know?
Yeah, because how long was the flight? 18 hours I've done on the plane to Bali.
What?
Yeah, it's about 21 hours to Brisbane, Mozzie.
That's not too bad then.
That's about right. Yeah, it's about 21 hours from the UK to Brisbane.
Yeah. I was a cheap fucker. We went with Garuda, the flight, and we had to stop in Medan to fuel up for an hour. So the flight was really only 18 hours, but we had to have an hour's worth of fuel, so we couldn't get off the plane.
Well, you've got to do that anyway, mate, because I don't think there's any direct flights that last that long. I could never go to England without stopping in Dubai.
Where'd you go? Dubai. Dubai. Yeah,
usually Dubai. I went the America's way around once and stopped in Newark, and then LA,
oh, nice.
then Hawaii, Hawaii, and then Sydney, and then Brisbane. It was that way around. Yeah, but yeah, airports are airports.
It is on my bucket list. But I've done 3 weeks in Bali, but I don't think 3 weeks is enough where you are though, mate. Do you know like the long you go?
Yeah, it's a tough one, Australia. Australia's got so many different parts to it. It depends what you like, Gatesy, Milesy. You know, what do you like? Whether you like the beaches, there's plenty of them. You know, what kind of holiday you like?
Oh, see, when I went to Bali, the longest we stayed in one night because we visited all the different. The longest we stay in one place is like 5 days because we like to explore. Yeah. So we do all the activities. But Australia, you're probably going to need 6 weeks to get a benefit out of it, really, ain't you?
If you really wanted to see everything, yeah. If you wanted to make it a tour holiday, depends what kind of holiday you want. But yeah, there's a lot to see, and it's so vast here. You know, you want to be flying everywhere as well. You know.
Yeah.
I drove down to Sydney from here. Brisbane to Sydney. It took me 10 hours to drive to Sydney, you know?
Fucking hell.
From Brisbane. But I drove up to Cairns, and that took me 23 hours to drive up to Cairns. And you're nowhere near. And if you want to see the reef, that's where you want to go, up to Cairns. You got the Great Barrier Reef there then. And
yeah, see, next year we're doing Cambodia, Vietnam, and Malaysia.
No, that'd be good, mate. I've heard a lot of good things about Vietnam. It's supposed to be really good. Yeah, that's a good trip.
Yeah, and then because we've missed because of COVID. Normally we do a long haul and then a European. We do it each year, like each thing. So we've skipped it.
Who's going with Milesy? A few of you?
Yeah, there's a group. There's like some family. It's like I'm close with family, friends, and stuff. There's normally about at least between 12 and 18 of us. We all go.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. A great tour.
Sounds like madness, if you ask me.
and they vary from different ages, from 50-year-olds to like 11-year-old kids. Like people bring their kids and grandkids. Like Christmas, we normally go New Year. We're going to Fuerteventura again for Christmas, Canary Islands, and there's 27 of us going.
Wow!
In an all-inclusive hotel. They're gonna love us.
Love it.
Oh man!
Is that volcano still going?
Yeah.
No way.
Well, at least it'll be warm now.
Literally, Budge. That's the main reason why we go. Literally, so we fly out normally the 28th, the day after Boxing. Well. Yeah. Couple of days after Boxing Day for a week, and it's like 22 degrees in Canary Islands. It's lovely. Celebrating New Year on the beach. We buy a load of champagne, play rounders and stuff. It's lovely.
Love it. Yeah, I'll tell you what, there, Milesy. A lot of the Poms, the expats, Brits, they have, because it's so hot here in December. I mean, it's really hot. So having a Christmas here in December is not very nice. It's just too hot to do anything. So a lot of them have Christmas in July here. They do it in July, midwinter, and celebrate it winter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I'm really I love going exploring and stuff. I don't unless you're going, I don't know, somewhere like Jamaica or something like that, or Mexico, where you're just going to be in. I like going exploring. Unless you're going there specifically for one thing. I think that's the best bit, exploring culture. Literally, like Bali, all I ate for the whole holiday was local food, and I was never ill. When people try, and you go and like trying it, like they go, oh, we can make you like English food or something like that. It's disgusting because they're trying to cater for you.
Try the stuff I've got, mate. When I went through Thailand, I done the same, mate. I was eating off street vendors and all that, and it was great. It was lovely.
Oh, I love that. Street vendors are the best, mate. Street vendors are the absolute best.
Peach, take the comment off so it makes us bigger on the screen.
Okay, sorry, mate. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. I can see Budgie now. All I could see was his hat.
Sorry, guys.
Budgie.
Hang on. Do you know what? I can actually adjust my camera position. Right, by moving that and bringing that there. Now I'm a bit closer to everybody.
Just tell your cameraman to move it for you.
Yeah, well, you know, I'll give him the cameraman the day off. He's gone off with my He's gone off with my agent and your PA somewhere.
Yeah, you and your new fucking earphones. Look here.
Yeah,
this is
mate.
earphones, isn't it? Isn't it good? This is earphones.
Yeah, get professional now, mate. Make us all look bad.
Yeah, look, Peach, Peach, look. When I've got an announcement, look, we're going to Sky Sports Studios. Look, Sky Sports Studios when there's breaking news.
Breaking news. Love it.
See, I've still got these old buggers here, look, but, you know, these ones just don't, you know, they don't look as bad, do they? I've got to keep my eye out for my front door because I've got food coming. So.
What you ordered?
You've got a Ruby coming.
Chinese.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
What does the Chinese consist of?
Right, so I've got beef curry coming. I've got a house special fried rice.
Lovely.
Nice.
I've got barbecue spare ribs with sauce.
Yes,
I've got chicken noodles, and
Christ.
I think I
know,
ordered.
Mildy, he's going off the deep end, son.
I think I ordered crispy seaweed as well, but I can't be 100% sure. But I did.
No, you've got to have chili beef. Chili beef is lovely.
Actually, do you know what? From the place that I've ordered, I like all of their food, but their chili beef is just too chewy for me. It's just far too chewy. They don't do it right. Whereas there's another one I go to where it's proper nice, you know. So the one I've ordered from, that's why I don't order the chili beef from there. And I don't know if I've ordered crispy seaweed or not. Is it like a
chip chop Chinese? Chip chop.
No.
Chinese, or it's like proper Chinese?
Proper Chinese, yeah.
Oh, yeah. See.
And the guy that owns it. They don't
do Chinese like how they do it back home. Chinese here is bollocks. Like Chinese back home, if it's chip shop or like authentic, y'all do it right. Here, it's garbage, man. They're serving up like cats and dogs, straight up.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
That's really made Badgie fan feel better when he's eating his Chinese in a minute.
No, he's saying that here it's better. Over there,
but he's saying but it's not. It's still off-putting the fact that you're eating and someone. Don't that put you off when people say stuff like that?
No. It wouldn't put me off if I was eating something and somebody.
It is dog and cat up here, dog. Like they found they inspected restaurants and things, and it's like they were serving like horse, dog, and cat things, dog. I ain't even playing with you. Like real talk, dog. They're sightseeing down these ways, man. We're too close to the United States of America, dog. It's like, it's madness.
Yeah, you want to try koala and chips, mate? It's lovely.
Not Savoy and chips.
I'll have some of that.
I think the environmentalists might not be too happy with you, mate.
What you got to do, Peach, is you got to go in there and you got to say to him, listen, mate, I said crispy fried noodle, not crispy fried poodle.
He's gone. He's away with the fence again.
I'm here.
He's back.
That's good. You got French Chinese over there. That's why I don't need anything.
That was a terrible dad joke. You ain't missed much.
I'm having pie mass tonight. So there. Oh, I love it, man.
I just went to, literally. I'm working, but I had dinner like earlier. But I've been ill for like 2 weeks. Like this chest won't go, so I went and got ice cream. But my ice cream's in the freezer. I need to go and get it soon and carry on working. But
what kind of ice cream though? What kind of ice cream?
Snickers ice cream.
See, now that's just rude. That's just rude, isn't it? Come on.
Man.
You know, we're trying to be your friend here, Miles. You know what I mean? Like, completely wrong.
I've got a good show. I'm talking of shows. which will be interesting. On Friday night, I've got a Leicester fan coming on our show. I've done a couple of bits with him in the past.
Right, okay.
7 o'clock on Monday, we're comparing this West Ham side to the side, that Leicester side that won the title.
Oh, it's a good idea,
great idea.
Yeah,
great
so he's
idea.
He's coming on to do the Leicester side of it, which I'm really looking forward to. He's a top bloke as well. So
nice. What time's that?
Marvy, do you think
7 o'clock.
that we can win the league?
Cool.
Do you think that we can win the league, man?
I'll be disappointed if we don't get the top 6. If we like you said, that's what he said. I spoke to him on the phone, and he's like, "Yeah, what we done when we done it was we took every game as it comes, and that's what this current side's doing. And we're better off points wise than when Leicester won the title as well."
Yeah.
Our next 6 games will determine. I'm buzzing, mate. I've got so many tickets because I'm going with Nicky and Ryan from West Ham Fan TV as well. So
I've got Nicky and Ryan, dog. How you mean?
Going Wolves away, City away. Obviously, then we've got Brighton at home, Chelsea at home, Zagreb at home, and then I'm going to Burnley away after that as well.
Wicked.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I've only missed a few.
Yeah.
I'm not going to any of them, Mosey.
When you coming back? When you coming to visit?
I don't know, man. I'm going to hopefully do it in the next 18 months.
Well, let me know because I'm in a group of 6 of us. I'll definitely get you a ticket for a game.
Oh, you're a fucking legend. Thanks, appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, the only games I've got planned to be going to.
Well, sorry, Bud. The only rule is, Kieran, Budgie knows this. You need to be no matter what, whether it's 3 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or whatever. You need to be in the pub at 11. The last one there, there's a forfeit.
No drama to me, brother.
Brenton, I'll be there 10 to 11. I'll be there 10 to 11.
You worry about that?
Yeah, I done 11 hours on the piss on Sunday, mate. I was fucking ruined.
Yeah. No, the person that gets there early, Peach, has to buy every odd round. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. You know.
Easy peasy. I can't wait. I can't wait to come back home, man. Honestly, I can't wait.
Brilliant.
I do it like yesterday if I.
Yeah, the only 2 games that I know for sure that I'm definitely going to is the Zagreb game at home.
Yeah.
I'm going with Pete Chapman. And I haven't been able to get one yet, but I want to get a ticket for the Leeds game as well at home.
Oh, okay.
That's because that's only 2 days before my birthday, and it's my 60th. Wow. So I definitely want to be at that game, and I definitely want to.
You're double my age, Bud. I only turned 30 at the start of last month.
Wicked. Well, you know. You can call
we've
me
both
Dad
had we've had double misery to put up with as well. Over the years.
Yeah, that's true enough, mate. That's true enough. But yeah, so I want to get a ticket for the Leeds game. So yeah, that's one thing I want to do.
Yeah.
You know?
But no, literally, like the away games what I've been to, obviously I was at Newcastle, which was amazing. Right. I've been to Villa Park as well, which was amazing. Like literally, I prefer away games anyway. Like the away fans are just different level, but the Villa Park one was just unreal.
Yeah.
I
mean, I used I mean, like Kieran and myself, we like during the sort of 70s and that, I suppose it would have been, wouldn't it? We were going to away games all the time. Not together. We never really knew each other. But, you know, we've got similar backgrounds, similar ages, similar, desire to go to the games. And, you know, I went to quite a few away games. I mean, I used to love the FA Cup games when we would go to places like, you know, Gillingham and places like that. Because, you know, because of the culture around the game at the time, there was a lot of, violence and stuff. You know, when we used to go to places like Gillingham, because it was West Ham coming to Gillingham, you know, they didn't ever try and put out a firm or anything like that. They never tried to big themselves up. So we could go and enjoy the game for what it was. But like when you go to Manchester and you've got like 500 Manx at the station waiting for you, chanting. You know, you got to filter off the trains like one at a time, and that's really, really difficult when you want to get into the ground and watch the game. You know.
Yeah.
So it was either go out one at a time or go out mob-handed, and then if you go out mob-handed, it's just, you know, it's like considered a challenge, and that's it. So I loved going to the games, but I didn't like getting to them. You know.
Yeah. No. We take it in turns driving. So yeah, I drove to the Birmingham one, but I've got a few I've got my mum and dad's party when I go Man City the next day, so I won't be able to drive. I'll be too pissed. And Burnley, I've got my Christmas party the day before, so I'm sort of taking a double hit. I'm driving to Wolves, which is not too far either, so I don't have to. Nah. They've done me a favour. So,
well, for me to get to Wolverhampton, I used to work in the Birmingham area, and I used to drive every day from Gatwick basically to Birmingham. You know, wow. Wolverhampton is literally just half an hour away from Birmingham, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
So from city centre to city centre, sort of thing. So yeah, we used to like drive up. So Wolves isn't such a bad deal, mate. You know, if you're not having to drive to somewhere like Liverpool or something, then you've had a fucking result.
I think I done door to door to Villa was 3 hours. I think I done door to door and we stopped off.
Yeah. See, I mean, I used to work around that area a lot.
Where you living, Mosey?
Hornchurch, mate. Hornchurch.
Fucking hell, that's my old stomping ground, mate. All my mates live around Hornchurch and Elm Park. I used to go down there drinking the Compasses. You remember that pub?
That's probably gone now, isn't it?
It is gone now. It's a carvery. It's that one on its own on the fucking that road. Forget the road. Big pub on its own. I think it's a carvery now.
Yeah, I'm literally my mind's gone. I'm literally a 2-minute drive away from Romeo Corner.
Righto. Do you know the 90 Club Curry House in Hornchurch?
Yeah.
What's it called? It's called after that comedian, isn't it? Do you know that one?
I'll just turn up, mate. Yeah, I'll just turn up. I don't know. Oh, Nicky Flanagan's, yeah.
Do you know the name of the place? Is it out? Is the name of the curry house or something?
Yeah, I think so, mate. I know what you mean. Yeah, there's a few that, mate. Literally, I'll tell you what. Like round here, like the food is just like top notch. Like all different takeaways. It is. So yeah.
No, a mate of mine owns the nightclub there in that curry house. So.
Oh really?
And a wine bar. He's got a wine bar in the opposite. You know what's that pub in the middle of Hornchurch, guys?
Fatlin.
Huh?
Fatlin. No, it ain't the Fatlin. No, Rising Sun.
No, it's the one that cars drive round each side of it.
Oh. Hang on one sec, I'll tell you.
Yeah, just opposite that, my mate's got a little bar there as well. So.
Hang on one sec.
Yeah.
I drive past it every day. I always forget the name.
Not the railway, is it? Or no.
2 secs, mate.
If it's the Duke of York, don't go in there if you're wearing shorts.
Where?
I said if it's called the Duke of York, don't go in there wearing shorts. So, look, I've got to roll a cigarette now. Come on, Mr. Man, hurry up with my food.
Yeah, I might have to shoot in a minute, boys, anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
I'm starving as well. Hang on, then. Yeah, the one in the main bit, what you can't drive on Hornchurch Archery is the Fatlin. And then the one on the roundabout, like what you said, you can drive round. It says it's not there. Wildwood.
Yeah, don't ring a bell that, but they might have changed names as well. You know.
Yeah, mate. There's so much stuff.
Yeah, I used to drink in that Weatherspoons there now and again years ago.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, JJ Moons, isn't it? Yeah, proper one.
Yeah, that's it.
JJ Moons.
Yeah. No, but it's all changed around here now, mate.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Mate. I probably wouldn't recognise half of it. So yeah.
But no, I need to shoot though. I need to shoot. I've got so much work still to do. I just wanted to pop on and say hello. But I'm around. Probably if you use it around, probably like late or probably after the England game Friday night. I'm around. I'll go down the bar as well and have a couple of drinks if you're not doing anything Friday night. Well, Friday night.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm out tomorrow night. I'm going to be wankered.
Yeah, no, don't doubt it. I should probably be wankered Friday night, actually, as it happens.
Yeah. Nice seeing you, Budge, Kieran. Take care, everyone.
And you, mate. And you, mate. Take it.
See you later, mate. Bye.
Yeah. See you later, Mosley. Well, we best get hold of the mad one, haven't we? Really?
Yeah, because I'll have to go and get myself sorted and that.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Yeah, I've got my food coming any minute, and I ain't eating that on camera. So, but right, so I've got to talk to Peach anyway. So we can both sign out, I suppose. Stream will end. I think, I need to speak to Peach anyway about a couple of things, and I will speak to you in about what time is it now for you? 8 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what time are we doing it? 10 your time, isn't it?
That's what you said, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I need to get hold of Titch. Even though he sent me the login details, I don't know how to use them. So I've got to talk to him or Titch. It might just be a fact that we get together ourselves and do it. All right. And then we just like upload it and he then can edit it and that. All right. So I will see you in a couple of hours.
Hello, bro.
And anybody that is still watching, watch out for the next edition of Football Unfocused, which will be aired for the first time on Saturday morning, UK time, 11 a.m. So, good night from me.
Good night, everyone. See you later, boys. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit. Come on, you irons.